So how does our pelvic orientation contribute to our hamstring tightness or feeling of hamstring tightness? So when someone changes the orientation of their pelvis based on what muscles are pulling, it can influence what feels tight and what feels loose. And so our hamstrings insert up here on our ischial tuberosities and run down behind the knee. So when our hamstrings feel tight, we often feel like, hey, we want to stretch them, but maybe they don't need stretching. Maybe our pelvis just needs reorienting or decreasing an anterior pelvic tilt. So when we move into an anterior tilt, so if you find that ischial tuberosity, so go ahead and find it on yourself, tuck your bottom under a little bit, so fingers on your pubic bone, palms on your ASIS, and tuck under a little bit. Hold that tucked under position. Find your ischial tuberosity, so that's that sit bone underneath there. And then what I want you to do is tip or spill your pelvis forward into an anterior orientation. Do you notice probably A, it doesn't feel great on your back, but B, do you feel how it lengthens the back of your legs? So that lengthening is creating a pre-stretch or pre-lengthening of your hamstrings. So if you tend to walk around in this anterior orientation, and then let's say you want to go to a yoga class and they're like, touch your toes, and you're like, my hamstrings feel so tight, I can't get to the floor. Well, that is due to your anterior orientation. So if we work on actually increasing hamstring activation and we work on getting the hamstrings showing up more so they help anchor the pelvis, then you have more room to lengthen through your hamstrings to go down to touch the floor. So that preset anterior orientation decreases your ability to have lots of hamstring length. It makes your hamstrings feel tighter because it puts them on a pre-stretch. Okay, so hamstrings that feel tight don't always need more stretching.